Recording. Hi, I'm Spikevegeta. I'm joined by my co-op partner in crime here, Nuclear Reaction. Hi,
hello,
dudes.
hello.
And we are submitting for AGDQ 2022 a Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Randomizer co-op submission. This is with the 5 dungeon setting, so it's pretty simple. It is the Ocarina of Time Randomizer settings, which we'll get into as we're going through the game, kind of how it works. But you just have to beat any 5 dungeons. That will get both of us into Ganon's castle. And then you just need the bow, magic, and light arrows in order to shoot light arrows and defeat Ganondorf and make it to the end of the seed.
I'd say important thing to note with these settings that I know we've seen a co-op Zootr in the past. However, this is different in the way that because we can do any 5 dungeons, it really leads to us being able to showcase more and us being able to maybe explore different areas of the seed. Wherein the last time we saw a co-op Zootr, they had to follow the same path, which I think this makes this a little more interesting for that reason.
So yeah, so it should be fun. Again, we'll get into it. Again, it's randomizer, all the items, songs, the medallions, the stones, everything, they're all mixed up. We're going to run around. We got to find enough items in order to beat the seed. So with that, Nukes, do you want to count us down?
Yeah, let's go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right.
Okay,
oh shoot, which way am I going? I hate when you start there because it's like flip-flopped around. All right, I'm gonna go ahead, actually, Spike, and go into the Lost Woods here. I'll jump over Mido and check Mido's house here too. Bunch of checks.
All right, I can see a huge rupee over there. That's a bloopy up there. All right, so both those items aren't needed. Let's get...
There's a slingshot in Mido's and Din's in Mido's. Whew.
Slingshot and Din's, all right.
Let's see.
You can get Song of Storms whenever you want to Bolero up, which would actually, I guess I will get the Storms Grotto that's over there.
Yeah.
Oh, can I make it? Can I make it? Can I make it? Yeah. As I come in to get the Slingshot and the Din's. So
yeah.
you just keep going.
Slingshot and Din's are the first 2 chests, so you don't have to... There's a piece of heart back there too, but you don't have to... There's a piece of heart and bloopy on the back ones, so... 30 skulls is dead.
Okay, good.
To note, we did turn 40 and 50 off just because those can be, like, a little tedious to do, and didn't feel like that'd be worth maybe to show on a GDQ stage.
Okay, small key in the...
Coming up here, I'm gonna be doing a skip over Mido. A lot of times you see this showcased with a slingshot or a hookshot, but you can actually make it work if you line up correctly. I pause buffered so I could jump over him like that. First try.
Yo, first try with that. Wow, that was really good. That is not an easy trick to hit first try.
I've been practicing.
Without a bow or a hookshot.
Another trick here that I'm going to be doing to get over to the song check. First, we're going to bait this moblin, slash him, get rid of him. And then there's like this, so normally you gotta walk through this whole maze and there's all the moblins and it's really pretty annoying if you don't have a bow or a hook shot to deal with them. I'm gonna be lining myself up here in a way that I can just jump over, grab this ledge. First try, oh my god.
Wow, nice.
That's not easy to do either. That usually takes about like 2 or 3 tries. Found out Deku Tree's way of the hero, Spike.
Deku is way of the hero, okay.
Frogs 2 is Baron.
Frogs 2 is
Stuff
Baron,
down.
nice.
Very important.
Actually, where are we?
Oops. Of course I fell right there. So you're gonna be seeing Spike and I checking these hint stones. Super important because it gives us a lot of valuable information. It could tell us areas that are completely barren, so we know we can avoid going to them, speed things up, and they tell us places that are way of the hero, which essentially means that there is some type of progressive item there. I got Nocturne off a Minuet, if you want to just note that that's there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's... So I'm actually going over to Kakariko right now, so out of there, maybe you can do the graveyard and I'll do the front of Kakariko here then.
Sound good. I'm gonna warp over. I also just got a hint that 50 is dead, so maybe I didn't turn those checks off on accident. But,
okay, that's fine.
But
that's
for
fine.
GDQ, we would turn those off. I just...
yeah, it's good to know we didn't read 50 is like your hook shot.
OOT is Epona's song, Spike?
OOT is Epona's? Okay, thank you. All right, little trick right there to get up and check this man on rooftop without needing like a hook shot or anything.
I also did a little neat thing there.
Oh,
you might
there
have
are
noticed.
ice
I rolled into the wall and then used the C up to look up. That was to check what was in that item in that crate up there. That way we just know what that is and we don't have to worry about planting a bean there if it's a useless item like it was.
Okay, you don't need the man on rooftop. You don't need what's in the the open grotto there. Obviously, health is good to see. That can especially help with surviving and like places like Fire Temple and Water Temple with the timers there. Checking what song is going to be on Song of Storms here.
I'd say the one spicier thing about co-ops is you tend to have less health because you're usually not going to have your partner go and grab items that aren't progressive items. So you're going to be picking up pieces of heart or heart containers on your own. And probably won't be telling your partner to grab them unless they're like an easy to grab heart container or double defense. And even then, that might be you're probably not going to get that. So...
Zelda's Lullaby is on Song of Storms.
Okay. That's good. Easy ZL is really good. That's a super valuable song in Randomizer.
And you can get a wallet from the cow. The cow's nice enough to bless us with it.
Dompe has a heart container and beans. So,
ooh.
Not necessarily something you'll need, but might be good to just remember that.
Yeah, I think right now we're just gonna remember it. And yeah, we'll have you be a little more in charge of bean locations. You said the one in the graveyard already doesn't have anything?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then from here, what are we both thinking? Maybe both of us go child?
Irons are in Shield Grave.
Okay.
And the only thing I'm grabbing in Adult CAC is ZL, correct?
That and the wallet off the cow.
Okay.
That's it. I'm gonna also grab whatever songs in the composer's grave, so I'll let you know in a second.
I'll say I'm gonna do that, and then I'll probably go grab Song of Storms real quick, and I think we'll end up both going child, honestly. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm thinking one of us is gonna end up going South Hyrule, which might be better to be you, because then I can grab the Mido's house stuff. Okay, Prelude's back here. Which is good, because now I can immediately just go child.
Well, you need to check that, the Song of Storms grotto.
Right, I can do that as child. Oh, let me actually go back. I need to get the iron boots.
Alright, I'm gonna go get Prelude here. Very convenient song to have. I'll grab Song of Storms. I'm almost tempted to pop into Bottom of the Well.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we're only missing explosives for that.
Yeah, like that's a good number of checks that one of us could go grab right now.
Okay. Yeah, and okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Yeah, you do that because you have Nocturne.
Mm-hmm.
And how about you push the time of day to night with Link?
Yeah.
By going to Ganon's?
Yeah,
you can get Richard, Dompe, Bottom of the Well. I'll do daytime stuff, Epona's song into Saria's song.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I will also read the hint, the pedestal, so
it
one of us will read it.
It kind of stinks that we both came into Composer's Grave as an adult. So we couldn't do the flame storage here.
Yeah, true.
So that is a check that we're both, you know, we could have split up, but that's okay. I wanted Prelude for like, the way we're going right now, to be honest.
I think that's better, honestly, that we both have the Prelude. So I've got medallion and stone information, if you ever want it. It can be good to know it can be good to know these because they can tell you like, okay, I need to beat those dungeons to get those songs and whatnot based on the hints we have. So let's read up on these songs. But either way, again, it's not based on the ones. So... Yeah, I have it.
I don't need to know it unless it's like, hey, Nukes, go grab this dungeon.
So Nukes is going to take care of some of the nighttime stuff here in Early Child. I'm going to take care of some of the daytime stuff.
Ooh, I almost forgot to go out to Ganon. Did you check the hint stones outside of Temple of Time yet?
I'm reading them now. Burning Cack is Saria's. Okay. Colossus's right hand is dead. Yeah, those are the 2 new pieces of information.
Okay. Cool. I ran right past them. That was nice. All right, so you're seeing here, I'm just walking out to where Ganon's castle is and then going back to Temple of Time. What that does is it sets your time of day when you go back child to the very beginning of nighttime. This is important because I'm going to get some nighttime checks right away here that are nighttime only, such as Richard the Dog in the Market. I'm also going to warp to the graveyard, as Spike said, and I'm going to get a check called Dompe Digging. Dompe has a very little amount of time that he's available for, and it's like right when it turns nighttime. So
he's on a short shift.
Yeah, it's trying to route him into your seed can be a little obnoxious. So this is just a good way to set that time of day so that I can have the beginning of nighttime. I'm not gonna go anywhere that passes time of day before warping over to the graveyard. So it'll be a nice, easy grab for me. And that way Spike will know if he has to, you know, try to route in that time of day and get Dompe pretty quickly here too.
Gonna try to have a little bit of cash for just having to buy some checks early on in the seed. Trying to pay to win over here. So I'm gonna jump up these chains and get those 2 hidden red rupees up there. That's the most common spot where people can just farm up rupees really quickly. It is important to note because we got the wallet, that does technically put into logic being able to buy certain things, including the Goron tunic, which would obviously allow us to have an infinite timer sitting in a hotter area.
All right, Richard has a strength.
Richard has a strength. Okay, good. So.
You're like writing, I hope you're writing down these important items, right? Because I'm
Yeah,
not for you, but okay. I was like, I needed to know if I needed to try to remember that too. All right, we're gonna, as I said, gonna go buy from Dompe, and then I'm gonna make a dip into Bottom of the Well. We can clear most of Bottom of the Well. There's 3 bomb locked checks or explosive lock checks in there that I won't be able to grab, but overall we should be good. All right, Dompe Digging is an ice trap.
Okay, very nice. I'm on my way.
It looked like a big Poe bottle, so I was about to tell you that, but I was fooled. Also, I'm going to do a real quick trick here where I'm going to break my stick on this wall. That lets me use this stick over and over again without wasting my sticks. Since we don't have a Kokiri sword right now as a child, stick is kind of our main way to fight. So this just lets me have more supply. And I'm going to use this broken stick to collect some skull tokens here. Just because that's something that's still on the table that we might need. There's a lot of quick ones here at Nighttime Kakariko as a child.
Ooh, okay, so Talon's chickens, despite making me fail once, had 10 bomb chews on it.
Ooh, oh, I wish my time of day was good so I could grab that for well.
Yeah. So what's good there is if the well has anything that you find for me, I will clean up those checks.
That's true.
Oh, you have this on the build where you don't stop when you get skulls. That's nice.
Yeah.
No, that's real nice. Majora's Mask style. All right, so now we're checking our next song location. The songs are in their own pool. Okay, so Minuet of Forest is on Epona's, which is honestly a really nice song to have early on. Whenever I go back adult, I can just immediately go get that Nocturne of Shadow. Yeah. Which also means I can route in both Richard and Bottom of the Well very quickly. So now let's use that to go check out the Saria song location, see what we get there. Bomb shoes are really good because while they're not a bomb bag themselves, they are a way to get to explosive chips. They're actually not considered in logic because it's not the easiest to get more of them. Because once you use them, it's not easy to find them in like grass and whatnot. All right, Serenade of Water.
You can't find them in grass. It's not,
yeah, you can't find them.
You absolutely cannot. It's very not easy because it's impossible.
Yes, that was a better way to put it. But Serenade of Water is on Saria's. So we're getting a lot of warp songs here early on, which is nice. We actually have all of them except for Requiem. Or for Requiem. All right, Nuke's already read these hint stones. And here's actually what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna potentially save scum these bomb shoes. Let's use up a couple here, and then if nothing else, I'll just save quit.
So this is kind of where you're gonna start seeing, hey, Deku Nuts are actually really valuable in Ocarina of Time, even though we never use them during our casual playthroughs, very likely. You'll see me going through here using the Deku Nuts to freeze the spiders, and then you can just roll through them. So I don't have to bother with fighting them. I can just kind of ignore them by using a Deku Nut. And we'll point that out probably throughout the seed, how valuable Deku Nuts actually are in moving through a lot of these dungeons really quickly.
$200 is in the Wolfos Grotto if you ever need to quickly fill that up. Also, as you can see, yes, there are ice traps in this seed. You actually, how intense are they, out of curiosity?
I put on Ice Trap Mayhem, which we would use as incentive for GDQ to get met. It's a lot of, I think it's just additional stream value watching us get frozen over and over by ice traps.
Just absolutely pummeled, yeah. So the hint grottos are off. Checking the Storm's Grotto. You don't need the Storm's Grotto in Kokiri. It's an ice trap. Okay.
All right, so I found a bottle so far in here. Nothing super fancy.
So I'm routing all of these Lost Woods checks in an order to where I am potentially just going to do a quick reset, get a couple of these bomb chews back. I'm going to actually extend that. Ooh, another strength upgrade is in the boulder outside of Goron City.
A boulder outside Goron City?
In Lost Woods.
Oh, okay. I was thinking, and I was like, there's no... What? Okay.
You're making stuff up.
I was like thinking of in Death Mountain Trail. I was like, what? There's no boulder there. I mean, there's boulders, but they're rolling.
Yeah. So we actually already have access to silvers off that info.
Alright. Again, I utilized a broken stick here, so I don't have to use up a bunch on this dead hand here. And we're also using what you're going to see a lot called power crouch stabbing. Basically, in Ocarina of Time, the devs did not set a value on this attack right here, where you crouch down and stab. So it saves whatever the damage is of your last attack, which we always do as a jump slash, because that's always going to be your highest value for whatever weapon you're holding. Sticks have I think sticks have a better value than Kokiri sword for jump slashing. If you're an adult and you have a big Goron sword, you're going to want to save the jump slash for that. But that just lets us pew, 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 real fast. Hammer, Megaton Hammer is the invisible chest in the dead hand area.
Oh, I am on my way.
So definitely go grab that, and then you can check the bomb ones. There's also a bottle on the left.
Ooh.
Invisible, like, not the first one in the front, but the left side. You go into the wall, like, the jail area. I don't know how to explain that.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what I mean?
In the little, what, the invisible wall? Sorry, I was picking up stuff at that time. So where's the other thing I need?
It is on the left side. It's the big chest on the left side.
Okay,
I know the invisible walls.
Yes, yeah, I got you now. Okay. There are 10 more bomb chews inside the boulder maze on the right side of Goron City. Okay, so I'm actually just going to let you keep all this stuff.
Alright, gotta be careful with those chews there, or those keys. They can burn your shield. You don't want that. So this will be nice. Obviously, there hasn't been a ton in this, but Spike will be able to dip into bottom of the well and very quickly grab those 2 important items in here. I'm checking also the bottom Spike with my strength. So you're only gonna have to check the 2 bomb checks on top.
Okay. Ooh, magic is on top of Dodongo's cavern. So we are at this point, we could beat Dodongo's cavern with the bomb chews we have. You're gonna have silver. So again, my bomb chews were on Talon's chickens. It'd be nice if we could get you different explosives, but you gotta go over there. It's not too hard.
I have a hammer and I can grab those shoes.
Oh, that's right. That's why she's on this team. She's smarter than me.
Okay, I'm gonna go, I think, grab the songs here. Did you do daytime market at all?
Yes. It was just adult, or the child archery has nothing on it.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and grab Minuet for, I'll be quick, and then I'll go grab, I don't remember what song is on Saria's, but...
Serenade.
Okay. I'm gonna go grab those 2 real quick, and then I'm probably gonna go adult with my hammer.
If you go to Lon Lon, you get Minuet.
That's what I'm doing. I just said I'm gonna go to Minuet.
Okay, I was making sure. Sorry.
Getting both the songs. The only thing, again, remember we set the time of day here. So it's the beginning of night for me. So I'm unfortunately kind of in this weird spot where there's not much I can do except for wait. Did you check the open grotto in South Hyrule?
No, we have actually, I don't think either one of us have been down there
I'm gonna go grab
yet.
that real quick because I'm at the beginning of my start of nighttime and I don't have anything else to do, so I'm just gonna trek down there while I'm waiting to get into Lon Lon.
Yeah. And hammer can get you. Oh.
Well, I'm a child, so
yeah.
I can't really do that.
Can't really do that, yeah. We're both child.
Did you do slingshot in the woods?
No, but I can go cover that because I'm doing all of this well stuff and then I'll go do Lost Woods things.
Oh, I thought weren't you already there?
It was like, I was in the process of save scumming and then, so I was saving those checks for after, but then I didn't, yeah. It sounds like maybe the best way for us to go about this is I stay child and do Zora's River / Lost Woods stuff.
Yeah, because I'm gonna get explosives as an adult, so I can go into like Dodongo's cavern and
yeah, DC. You could go fire.
Potentially go fire. I have to get some money for a tunic, but oh, I can get that off the Redoubt Grotto. You said.
Yeah, Wolfos Grotto. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We'll see if I find money along the way, maybe instead.
Okay, Rudo's letter is the bombable guts at the front of bottom of the well. So just at some point you might go in there. We could skip it for other reasons. Because again, we can each do either of our 5 dungeons, our own set.
Okay. The open grotto is dead, so you don't have to. Yeah. I guess I'll probably be going through Hyrule Field with a hammer, but.
All right, so I've got magic, I've got strength, I've got Rudo's letter. Checking this bombable guts back here. The nukes was not able to.
I'll just, oh, you know what I'll do? I'll jump up the chains here. Heading out.
Oh, nice. You missed 2 unique items, Rudo's Letter and the Stone of Agony. So.
Oh, okay.
So
I can put off Rudo's Letter for now, at least then. Yeah, we only need Rudo's Letter if we're going into Jabu Jabu, so. The other use for Rudo's Letter is getting into Ice Cavern. However, we have a way to skip over King Zora. I guess now is maybe a good time to highlight, like, what is allowed in Zootr Seeds. Because, like, we're allowed to do some tricks, but there's a lot of, like, mostly things that are categorized as glitches that we're not allowed to do in, like, the competitive scene, which is what we're kind of following here. So, like, we'll be able to do things that are, like, glitchless jumps, per se, which, if we go to Ice Cavern, you'll potentially be able to see. But there are a few things that are considered glitches that we are allowed to do. But overall, if it's considered a glitch, we're probably not allowed to do it. But we'll explain those things. What?
There's a funny interaction with the Deku Scrub back there. It's honestly not even worth really talking about, but yeah, everything seems to be going along well here. I did find a hint stone that inside Ganon's castle is on the way of the hero.
Oh, so that lights are probably like in Ganon's castle then.
Well, it can't point to lights, but it could point to like a bow there, which we have not seen yet.
Or something that leads to lights. Right?
Yeah, something that potentially could lead to light arrows. Because again, the big thing is we can each beat any 5 dungeons that we want. All right, so there's Din's Fire. Very nice.
Okay, I'm gonna go and grab Target in the Woods here real quick because I just warped over here for Saria Song.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna go grab that real quick.
You haven't checked Kokiri Sword, have you?
No.
Okay, then I am doing that.
I'm like, I haven't been over here.
Yeah, so I also haven't checked Ocarina Memory Game or the Scrub if you want to knock those out.
Which Scrub?
The one under the bridge. The one that costs $40 under the bridge.
Well, all of them cost $40.
Ganon's Castle, Strength 3 for lights and light trial. Oh no. Could be. There's the potential that like bow 1 could be back there. It's not super likely. It is probably something that leads us to light arrows. All right, just a heart container's over here, which is only my 4th heart now.
I thought I was gonna go adult. Why am I doing Ocarina of Time minigame?
No, well, why wouldn't you do it? Don't we have to do it?
Yes, but you're the child.
You're the child. That's your job.
I'm supposed to be the grown-up here.
So yeah, but we could like maybe I go adult as well, and I start trying to go deeper in fire. While you hit up. So have you done the Scrub here?
What? I cannot see where you are.
In Lost Woods. The Scrub in Lost Woods under the bridge.
I'm going to it now.
Oh, okay. I'll let you do it. I'm just going to go adult. We're a little on top of each other.
Well, I was going adult. Did you do Gerudo Valley and stuff? Like, that's what you said you were going to do.
I will go do that now. Alright, so I can get another skull here.
Lon Lon's Way of the Hero. What song do we get in Lon Lon? Minuet.
We got Minuet, so access to Forest Temple / access to Nocturne, I guess. Other than that, yeah, we got Bomb Chews. Yeah, it can only be the song there. Again, Bomb Chews are good, but they're not considered in logic, as we say.
Alright, I am going adult. I am going to Dongo's Cavern. And adult Kakariko, I guess. Oh wait, you did adult Kakariko. I'm not doing that. I'm going to Dongo's Cavern with my hammer. And I'll probably check her Hyrule Field there too. So when you go adult, if you want to push fire then, that's fine.
Okay, that's good to break it up. I haven't checked the Redead Grotto in Kakariko, so if you want to do that with hammer. All right, going to read these hint stones, see if we can get anything good. Water River chest is dead. Let me actually take a second just to write these down. Water River dead. What was the other thing? Right hand is dead. Which I wrote down as right hand. Don't worry about it. So yeah, knocking out some, for all intents and purposes, child exclusive checks over here. Just to cover in case we were, just cover our bases a little bit. Could also knock out Skull Mask and chickens while I'm here.
Oh. Sorry. I was gonna say Skull Mask was dead, but I was thinking of a hint I read on a seed I played earlier today, so.
We do that. We did have Scarecrow Song as free, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I will not do that. Underwater Bottle, not needed. A lot of items will actually, in Ocarina of Time Randomizer, be rendered as what they actually are, as opposed to what it would be in the normal game. So we're able to just peek at a lot of items and just say, okay, I don't need that real quick. Get in and out of there.
All right, I'm running around Hyrule Field with my hammer to note. The one thing I know we mentioned earlier, reading hint stones. Ooh! Boulder Destiny is the hookshot.
Let's go, Boulder!
You'll see, I know I mentioned earlier, sorry, that was exciting, that hookshot's a really big item for these. That hint stones are very important. However, there's like certain hint settings, and the settings for this are that any hint stones in grottos aren't going to have any valuable information. So they just say kind of generic text. So that's why you'll see us running past certain hint stones that you might be wondering, why aren't they reading that? Just something to note there as well. But yeah, that is referred to as the Boulder a Destiny. I'm actually not sure why it was ever dubbed that. I feel like that's a Spike doing, actually.
About a year and a half ago, I had 5 seeds in a row where it had a major item in it. And so we all kind of popped off and called it the Boulder of Destiny. And this seed for our submission, the Boulder of Destiny, had our hookshot, which is debatably the single strongest item in the game that you can find. It allows you to get into different dungeons, allows you to be much stronger at being able to...
I think explosives are a little bit more, but...
It's one of the strongest, for sure.
When you're playing Zootr, you're really looking for your explosives and your hookshot, basically, to help unlock your seed here. Which is going to be nice, because actually after this, I'll be able to just warp to DMC and be able to use the hookshot to get over the broken bridge gap, where otherwise I was going to have to walk over there. So kind of makes my routing here a little bit nicer, too.
I'm just going to get that one for now, because I want to actually... hopefully be at nighttime once I check Gerudo Valley. I checked the scrub in South Hyrule. He had nothing. He actually had a slingshot, but...
Oh, I just checked that. Why didn't you tell me that?
Oh, okay. So you're doing that stuff. I didn't know.
I didn't know if you were covering doing Hyrule Field. Did you check anything else before I waste more time?
No, I checked nothing else. I'm going to Gerudo Valley now.
So co-ops, it's very important to communicate with your partner.
It is, yes.
That we don't double check things and waste our time.
All right, it just turned to nighttime for me. I am trying to move fast enough to where I can prelude, get my, and get the second strength off of Richard before I go adult. It's probably gonna be pretty tight if I can make this work at all. And actually, let me just do a save here. So if nothing else, if I run out of time, I can just save scum these 2 items.
All right, I'm in DMC right now. I am checking the checks in DMC.
Just making sure I hear all of them now. But that's good, because I'm about to go up into that area, which makes sense. She's crossing over. She's going to check that out. So I could dip into forest, and I could dip into fire right now. Okay, just a piece of heart over there.
I would suggest fire maybe first, since you can kind of do all of that for the most part, unless you get bow locked, but...
oh, never mind.
Okay.
Okay. I forgot adult gets Nocturne. So again, looking at some of our Way of the Heroes, we do know that Deku is Way of the Hero. But that is actually locked behind getting the Kokiri sword.
You checked what was in the wall, correct? In DMC.
Yeah, it's a huge rupee, actually. So actually, you could route that.
I already got a huge rupee.
Okay. And we keep bringing it up because that 200 bucks will allow us to just get a Goron tunic. Which would be very, very helpful for, assuming both of us want to do fire as one of our dungeons. It can be potentially very quick or very slow. Silver
and as we mentioned earlier, that we probably won't be getting a lot of health throughout this. So that means that our timers for like hot areas are pretty low. That's based on how much health you have. So getting a fire tunic is going to be valuable in us beating Fire Temple potentially.
I could like cover a couple different areas. I kind of feel like just doing big dipping right now.
Dodongo's Cavern is foolish.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Okay, well, that kind of... I was gonna really go check that out, but,
okay. Okay. Yeah, that is a interesting predicament.
I guess I can beat that dungeon with choose, but
hey, show off the cool strat.
We can show off the cool strat there for how to do Dodongos. That's quite a hit. I feel like you don't see that honestly very often. I am checking what I can though here in Death Mountain Trail though, so that's something.
Little forgetfulness there. Forgot, gotta come over and get my Boulder of Destiny for my hook shot. Alright, so I can dip fire, I could dip forest, which would also get me Nocturne, and I could also dip shadow after that, and just have, because one of the most powerful things about being in a co-op seed is that you can share info on dungeon layouts. So the player, it makes dungeons way more interesting, thinking like, okay, I can basically just pick up checks like 1, 7, 12 and get like the keys or whatever I need or items.
Oh, please don't call them 1, 7, 12. I'm not gonna know what the heck you're talking about.
Not gonna call them 1, 7, 12, but it is. Okay,
right,
now
I'm gonna get my bomb shoes here, and then I'll show off Dodongo Cavern real quick.
Unfortunately, 50 is one of our 2 Hylian shields. We will not be getting that, so probably gonna buy one at some point. I don't super need a Hylian shield for Fire Temple though, so.
Let me get this Link the Goron here, and then we'll head over to whatchamacallit? Dodongo's Cavern, which is barren, but that is a... Oh shoot, I picked that up way too late. I'm also gonna drink a juice box while we're waiting.
Try to use quick spins there on all those enemies to catch a lot of them at once and then bait them over. I let one of them get away, but on the automatic jump slash there.
So we're just trying to time here the explosion to get the the rolling Goron here. It's kind of annoying. I placed the bomb next to each other so that there's more of a chance, but the timing is really kind of a little rough. There we go.
Once again, I've seen 2 small keys here in Fire so far. So, because of how Fire Temple is structured, same as Water Temple, where technically the boss room is right at the start of the dungeon. So, if I find the boss key, I can just give that info to Nukes, and she can just automatically go fight Fulvagia if she wants a quick dungeon.
My hope is that Spike will go and check as much as he can in Fire Temple, though, because this is a co-op. It makes more sense for him to fully clear that.
Yes.
Okay. I was like, I'm assuming that's what Spike will be doing, but... Alright, grabbing some skulls. How many skulls do you have, by the way?
I have 8 so far.
Okay. I have 6, so we're...
Yeah. We're trucking along. We have a lot of items. But,
magic. You know what's interesting? I could, pop into Shadow Temple after this. We can only get the first 2 checks with the hook shot, but that is something that can be done. Alright, so here you're gonna see me do a little trick so that we can skip. We know that Dodge's Cavern is barren, so I'm gonna do a setup here where I'm gonna light the bombs using bomb shoes. So I'm gonna get in this corner, crouch stab, shield turn, and then place a bomb down, or a bomb shoe down immediately. And if I did it correctly, that should light one of the eyes. And it didn't, so I'm gonna reset the save scum some shoe.
We'll see if I have enough time to make this work. I'm a little low. If nothing else, I can just go get a Goron tunic, but I think I'll be able to move fast enough to get here. It's gonna be tight, though. 15 seconds left.
Try this again. I kind of moved a little bit that last setup, so...
1 second left. Plenty of time.
Oh,
okay.
No, I pushed the wrong button.
Moving Link in Ocarina of Time is a lot more complex than you would think. Like, moving him optimally. Knowing when to do some, like, box movement, as they call it.
I'm having a rough time with the bomb shoes. And I shouldn't be.
Boy.
Isn't it so much fun when the tricks I did earlier that are a lot more difficult, I get first try, and then setting up these bomb shoes, I'm not getting them first try.
That trick always still comes off as a little bit finicky for me.
Alright, so let's see. We're gonna get in here, crouch stab, turn, but I took a step forward, so that's the problem, is I'm not turning fluidly.
ESS turns a little off. Now, what Nukes is trying to do there is
I'm
like a very...
shield turning.
Oh, you're shield turning.
Yeah. And he was taking a step forward.
Ah, okay.
There we go.
Nice. Ooh, the
So yeah, it's very finicky
sword.
if you even take a step forward there, it's not gonna light the eyes up. Sorry, what, did you find something?
The Kokiri sword is in the Boulder Maze. So Boulder's leading to all the Destiny right now. And we know Deku is on the way to Hero.
Oh, yeah, that might be...
So I will be going, fire directly into Deku Tree now.
Because Deku Tree's way of the hero, so 40s is 40 skulls is for Aurora's wind. So unfortunate we won't be getting that because that's very nice to have in randos. So we won't be able to show off the power of that, but we know we won't need any more than 20 tokens in this seed. So
Boss key is also in Boulder Maze. So it's all 5 small keys on the bottom. So you actually only need 3 of those if there's nothing else up here.
Okay, you're writing down where all these things are.
Yeah,
right?
I'm writing it all down.
Okay, because I was like, you haven't communicated with me anything besides the Kokiri sword, so just making sure.
Yeah, I didn't bother calling those out because I knew you were doing that, and I actually need to go in here, and it was just all small keys, so I was like, I can call that out afterwards as she comes in. So I'm actually gonna do a little trick right here. It's not even really a trick. It's just, yeah, turns out Link can jump really high. Turns out in a former life, he was a basketball player. Okay, that is also a small key.
All right, so again, I get to try to find on here, there is like a spot here that you can hammer to get this thing opened. Also, didn't even mention doing Dodongo's Cavern as an adult.
Oh, yeah.
It's very nice. Aside from doing that bomb shoot trick, there's also lots of ways to go through this quickly. So if we had to check things in here because of Link's height as an adult, being in here as an adult is super advantageous. Obviously didn't show that off because we weren't going to check any checks in here, but I might just end up using a bomb shoot here. It's very finicky where you get it with the hammer. I'm trying to save my choose, but...
Yeah, it's like a pretty specific spot. It just has to be like right in the middle of the little hole.
There's setups for it, but I kind of just... Literally, when I did this, like when I was in my early stages of learning this game, Spike just said to me, yeah, just wheel your hammer around. So now that's what I do.
I'm a great teacher, as it turns out.
And usually I feel like I don't struggle this much finding it, but we are struggling today. Alright, I'm just gonna use a chew to save some time here. It sucks to have to use up a chew to open this, but I think we'll be okay. We also can buy potentially chews at some point, so...
Yeah, at any point you can go do Talon's Chickens, get 10 more. Like, it will be fine. So all the items are deep in fire. Okay, okay.
You're getting items in there? Oh, you're just saying you're getting all the keys first. Okay.
I have literally every single key in Fire Temple, and everything else at the top.
I thought you were saying that you were finding items up there, and I was like, wait, what are you finding?
Dude, you gotta get up here. It's great.
Another great thing about being adult Link in Dodongo's Cavern is we're gonna beat him in 2 slashes instead of having to do a 3 cycle here. So also speeds up the fight a little bit.
At this point, I'm definitely looking at the possibility of Deku Tree might just have Bomb Bag.
I was considering that too. Also, Bow we don't have though, and that's a pretty important item here. So are you gonna rush then to, like, should I pop into maybe Forest Temple and stuff here?
Yeah, I think that would be good. I think Forest and Shadow Dips would both be solid.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go to Cavern.
I'm gonna go to Shadow first.
Okay.
So that's just 2 checks, and then I'll go and see how far I can get. Well, here's the thing though. There's not much I can check in Shadow, or in Forest, unless I get a key in the beginning. Because I'm not going to be able to go into the courtyard area without Song of Time or, yeah. Oh, I'm also going to go ahead and light the flames in the Composer's Grave now, too.
Otherwise, like, a decent strat we can pull is just follow the leader right now. Just you follow me through fire. I'm about to get the last of the info here, and then you can just skip the rest of it.
A lot of ice traps.
Probably gonna want a shield so I can shield drop Volvagia here. So might put off fire, like actually beating fire very slightly. Which would be fine.
Wait, what? Why are you... Why
because
are you
I don't have
beating it?
Because I don't have a shield, so I can't shield drop my bomb shoes. And that would just be one check right there. And then I can come back later and defeat it instantly. Also gets our Deku info a little sooner.
I would just go fight Balazia.
I don't have a wallet either. Or not, I don't have a Goron tunic either.
Why?
Because I want to come in here and get the info early. It'll be like one of the first things I do when I come back adult. It's going to be like in 15 minutes, I'll come back and beat her.
Redead Grotto has double defense if you want to grab that at some point. I don't know how your health is looking, but, you know.
I got 5 health. I could use a little more.
I'm gonna go ahead and get the first 2 checks here in Shadow. We could get the, you know, vanilla hover boots here. Something crazy, or, you know. But this technically should be in logic if I'm thinking everything through correctly here. Yeah, this is in logic to even go do these 2 checks, so it's worth checking in a co-op. Again, co-op is nice because it kind of lets you go and spread out and check things that maybe you wouldn't normally check for a while if this was a solo seed. Since we can split up, do stuff like that.
The Omega camera flip there. We are almost done climbing up fire. This would actually be a a relatively quick fire for Nukes. She can get any 3 of the first chests and then make her way up and get a boss key, Kokiri sword, and she's done. Well, let's see if the Megaton hammer chest.
So, like, I don't have to go in the bottom area with the statue, is what you're saying? I can go.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. That's probably what I'll. Yeah.
Unless you want to save a bomb chew.
Oh, I can save a bomb chew. You're right. I should probably go. Yeah.
Yeah, just do those 3 and then skip the middle of it.
Grab another token. Oops.
You can Megaton hammer. It can reach that little rusted iron switch behind it. And with that, yeah, literally they were all ice traps up here. So let's get everything back. Yeah.
A chilly fire temple. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Because that just means we have that knowledge.
Okay. So again, get rid of all that so I can get my bomb shoes back.
I'll probably head over there then and get that Kokiri sword, just kind of trail you a little bit. Because we know we're gonna need that. Long shot in the Redead, so we can beat... Well, let's real quick. 5 dungeons. We can beat water, we can beat fire, we can beat Dodongos, we can beat Deku. So we can beat 4 dungeons right now. Which is important to note here for these settings. Am I forgetting anything else? We can't beat Shadow, we can't beat Spirit.
Can't beat Jabu yet. I have Rudo's letter, so that's on the table. Only thing that would potentially prevent beating water would be bow-locked stuff. Couple of bow-lock checks there, no Song of Time.
True. That is, yeah.
But water's got a chance for sure. I am now going to rush over to the Deku tree and see what that way of the hero is before I go get anything else. Longshot's cool. That is the first thing that actually gives us access to the desert, which is really nice.
That is. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna say I'm gonna go grab, honestly, real quick here and just get fire done with.
Yeah.
That should be very quick, and then I can go out to the desert, go to GTG.
Yeah, yeah, it also depends on what is here in Deku. Maybe you want to come grab this.
That's true. Because if it's a bow, then we can. Then we're in, like, you know, potentially in glow mode here. which is what we say when we have access to Ganon, but we just don't have the light arrows to defeat Ganon. If you get to Ganon and you don't have the light arrows, Ganon's gonna tell us which area those light arrows are. So that's why it's important to rush to Ganon as fast as we can. Regardless if we can defeat him or not. Additionally, in this seed, we already got the hint that inside Ganon's castle is Way of the Hero, so we're gonna want to get in there for that reason as well.
It'd be nice also if I get my bomb bag at least in here. I will read these 2 other hint stones outside Deku Tree. We've only read 1 Baron hint, so I am suspecting there might be one back here. Again, Baron hints just meaning that's an entire area that has nothing that we need. Kokiri Forest is on the Way of the Hero, which was Din's Fire and the Slingshot, potentially.
Not sure if Spike pointed this out when he did this fight, but again, power of power crouch stabbing. We're using I'm switching between the sword and the hammer here to crouch stab this mini boss here and beat it pretty quickly, where I don't have to switch between things by saving that damage from the Master Sword jump slash.
Get a few more Deku Nuts here. In this family, we do like the power of the Deku Nuts. Again, they stun a lot of things, and they can even damage Ganon. It's great. We'll get to that. Running through the Deku Tree now. We know this place is the Way of the Hero. It's going to have something big. Could be a bow. Could be a bomb bag. Let's find out. It's probably not that bloopy we just picked up. Going into the slingshot room for 2 checks.
I'm going to up here, grab... yeah, I'll grab the one by... Where's the boss key in here, Spike?
Fire Temple, yeah, so Boss Key and Kokiri Sword are both Boulder Maze lower.
Okay.
And once you get those, you're done. So you need any 3 keys to get up there.
I went and bought the tunic and I didn't put it on. There we go.
Alright, you can skip the slingshot room. Because we have Din's Fire, it would actually be really cool if whatever the Way of the Hero is in here is actually in the basement, because then Nukes can walk in, Din's down, and she's done.
Yes.
Clearly showing off my NA aim right there. Trying to clear these guys so that we don't have to dodge them on the vines and potentially waste even more time. But yeah, obviously we're nearing the 1 hour mark. We start thinking about like how we want to fill out our dungeon resume. Nuke's already taken out DC for Dungeon 1. She's going to be going for Fire for Dungeon 2.
We got Deku Tree hot on that list. Hopefully, we'll see what Spike finds in Deku Tree, and that's going to kind of influence my routing going further right now. But I know I'm gonna want that Kokiri Sword so I can get into Deku Tree because it's a fast dungeon. So that's why I'm here in Fire now instead of going to other places. My other places don't really have priority until we know what that Deku Tree item is here.
Let's find out. What do we have right here? Bomb bag is in the compass room chest at the top.
Okay. I hope that's not the only item, because that kind of... At this point, bomb bag is kind of disappointing.
Yeah. I will take it for the explosives, because I was about to be out. And now I can use these bomb chews up on Volvagia. Yeah, that is almost for sure the way to hear. It's double disappointing because it's up in the top, so she can't do the quick dins down.
Yeah. I'm not gonna grab those bombs.
You don't want them?
I don't need bombs. I got chews.
I will go knock out the market chest then. Or the market check.
Oh, so yeah, the only thing that I would potentially need a bomb bag for is for the bomb chew game. Otherwise, I can buy bomb chews in the desert now. Like, it's not a big priority for me to go up and grab those bombs at this point.
Yeah, and this was the quick dins down strat that I was talking about. Right there you saw our first instance of the ground jump, where I was able to try to pick up a bomb and roll into it at the same time, and that puts Link in a weird state where instead of backflipping when you do the backflip motion, he'll jump straight up in the air, and you can like get him to do ledge grabs. So that's definitely a nice benefit of having bombs. That's one of the few like glitches that are allowed in settings like this. Maybe I should just bust out the slingshot. We're gonna make this real easy.
All right. Unlike Spike, I'm gonna go ahead and fight Volvagia here.
You're in a better place to do it right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna use some chews, and then since Spike only found bombs in the Deku Tree, I am gonna head out to the desert. I think that will be valuable now.
I think that's good coverage.
There's a lot of checks in Gerudo Trading Grounds, so he definitely not a bad place to go scout out.
Bows on Goma. Bows on Goma.
Well, okay, that changes things. That actually really changes things a lot, because with that bow we are in glow mode. That means we can go ahead and beat Forest Temple as well. So Spike, I will head out to Water Temple then, because we're in glow mode, assuming we can beat Water Temple without Song of Time.
Yeah.
Oh, I won't have a bow though for Water Temple.
Yeah, how about... Yeah, I'm trying to think how to go about this. I mean, we might be in just follow the leader positions here. You just need to follow me to Deku, and then we're gonna split up forest and water.
Yeah, that's fair. Right.
So
I was gonna go use chews here, but I want to save them now for Fire Temple, or sorry, Water Temple. Shoot. So there is a strat with Volvagia here where you can use chews to kind of do a quick kill. Spike will show that off later, but I unfortunately need to save my chews here. So I will not be getting a bomb back like Spike will be.
This could have got the long shot while I was there. I'm going to clean up just a few of these checks on the way to me buying my Hylian shield. I kind of want it, honestly, for certain like ground jumps and other strats. It'll speed up a few fights here and there. So we'll check the torches. That is an ice trap, and I am foolish immediately.
Yeah, this Volvagia is normally a 4-cycle here. Yawn. It's a 3-cycle if you have a big Goron sword. It's a 1-cycle if you do the bomb chew strats correctly.
So it is a 1-hour mark in our co-op here that we are in glow mode. And we know that inside Ganon's castle is on the way of the hero. It might actually be gold gauntlets are in Ganon's to get to the light arrows and light trial.
I mean, it could be, you know, we don't have a mirror shield, we don't have a boomerang.
Yep.
Lights could be, you know. It's very likely at this point, though, that yes, that way of the hero means that because way of the hero can't hint directly to the light location. But it can hint to an item that leads to light. So that's what we're looking at right now here for that.
Alright, so adult Kakariko archery. Ooh, blue fire bottle is on 10 skulls. That could be not bad if we need to go over there later. So let me actually stop. So the first check in Shadow you said has the long shot.
The dead hand.
Yes.
You can skip the first one, just go to the dead hand.
Oh, okay. So now let's go.
Oh, big Goron sword is on Volvagia.
What a place for it to be, man. Well, am I just gonna go? Yeah, let's just go.
You should prioritize doing that before you go to your other dungeons then.
Yeah, I was like, I'm just gonna make dead hand easier and faster.
That's gonna speed up your fights.
That's gonna speed up your fights, honey.
Alright, I'm gonna kind of trail Spike a little bit here. But I'm gonna be able to go through Deku Tree really quickly. I'm just gonna use, as we mentioned, Din's Fire to fall right down. I'm not gonna go to the top. I'm not gonna get Bomb Bag. Spike will be able to check if there's anything that's hard Bomb Bag locked at some point, but at this point we shouldn't, based on our hints, that shouldn't be a factor, so.
And just to be a little bit safe, I'm actually gonna come over here. Let me put a fairy in a bottle.
Did you not get a tunic?
Nah, it'd take me longer to farm for a tunic.
Okay.
Oh. Might have to get the other fairy. Yo, nice. We got the health increase. Nice. We got it. Alright, so that's going to make it to where now I have effectively double the amount of time to beat Spikevegeta. Yeah, if I already had like 200 rupees, I probably would have gone over, grabbed it, and came right back, but would have had to go in and out 4 times.
Hopefully we'll see Spike just nail the bomb chew strat here, though, and then those fairies kind of mean nothing.
Yeah, probably I'm going to have to go for a variation here where I go for the 2 cycle. I'm sure Nuke's already showed that off, but yeah, you can do that cute little strat right there. Little more precise than it looks.
Oh, the jump across, yeah.
Yep.
I didn't even think to mention that. Good thing there's 2 of us.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to hit... Spikevegeta effectively has 2 hitboxes. The one that flies around in the air and the one that you play whack-a-mole with. The one that goes in the air, whatever hole she goes into, you can actually damage that hole with explosives and deal damage to her to cut down on what would normally be a 4-cycle fight here. I'm going to try to hit her with 5 bomb chews. Hit her with all of them. Okay. Yeah, kind of a weird position right there, but I can now do this, go for the jump slash. Yeah, I think grabbing the fairy was the right idea. Spikevegeta will fly up.
So, you get to see me here do something a little different than Spike did a ground jump down here to grab the edge pretty easily. I have to do a different setup since I didn't grab a bomb bag. Hopefully this doesn't cost me. It's kind of a weird setup here where essentially I position Link to be able to grab the ledge with this intricate series of jumping and lining up buttons and yeehaw.
I wanted to save that one bomb chew because there is the potential the Way of the Hero in Ganon's castle could be bomb chew locked. We could buy more, so like it wouldn't have been the worst thing if I just used it. But yeah, that was a way to save a lot of time in that fight. As Nuke's called out. Very nice.
Yeah, that skip right there is pretty precise of a setup. As you saw, there was a series of, I had to do certain jumps to line up Link, do a roll, do some pause buffering to get a roll jump in, to get Link to just grab that edge, which is a lot more difficult than the ground jump setup that Spike got to do, but it saved me the time of having to climb all the way up the Deku tree to grab those bombs. Again, you're gonna see, I'm gonna save the damage of a jump slash of the stick, the Deku stick. That's gonna be more damage than jump slashing with the Kokiri sword. And we're gonna slash Goma here real quickly. And one cycle.
realized on the way up, let me actually do it in this order. I definitely mixed up my order a lot here, but that's fine. That's fine. We're getting through it. So I've got 2 dungeons down. I've knocked out Deku, then Fire. Now I'm going to go get my long shot. Now, one thing that might be good is I actually go water first, so we know if we have access to our boss key. We may not actually be in glow mode due to not having Song of Time. At which point we would maybe have to go out to the desert.
Or Ice Cavern.
Or Ice Cavern, yeah.
Which we can do.
We can do both of those.
Yeah. So you want me to go out to... What? Go out to forest then?
Yeah, I think you go forest, I go water.
Okay.
So then we can definitively know we can get into Ganon's castle or not.
Hopefully you just get a quick boss key. Water Temple is one of those ones. It's kind of like Fire where you have access to the boss door the whole time. It's just, where did it put your boss key?
Oh, that's right. We had River Chest hinted as a dead item.
Oh,
yeah.
Wait, yeah, we did. I have that.
Yeah,
right now.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
So yeah, there is. We are in glow mode then for sure.
With Dead End right here, I'm going to try to go for a quick 1 cycle. Big Goron Sword, just going to stab him once. Power crouch stab, and then wait. Very nice. Timed it well. Was able to get the jump slash of the Big Goron Sword, and bada bing, bada boom. He has like a frame or so where he's, before he goes underground, where he becomes vulnerable again. So there's a lot of active frames on the Big Goron Sword to make that happen. All right, then let's just, I'm going to go find the boss key in Water Temple. That just sounds like a good time.
I should be safe to skip skulls, yeah?
I think so.
All right, I'm going to write down my forest.
Yeah, where all the keys are.
My descriptions of where the keys will be might be a little weird, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, if this boss key doesn't take too long, I might not be that far behind you. I could also go knock out my Dodongo's Cavern. Which,
yeah. That'll be real quick, too. I would try to space yourself so I can, you know...
Yeah, I might have to actually run through Dodongo's Cavern.
Why?
Because I don't have enough
bombs.
Any
shoes?
Well, I saved the 1 for Ganon's castle. It's okay. It'll be like another few minutes. That's it.
Spike was so concerned about having shoes for the quick Belvagia fight.
Sometimes you run through them too fast. Okay, small key there.
So, I like to always point out, this dungeon is kind of like the epitome of showing off how valuable Deku Nuts are. We saw right there with those Stalfos there that I was able to walk in the room, use a Deku Nut to freeze them both, and it kind of helped speed up that fight because I had them both vulnerable and not in my way right away to get in some hits. Also gonna see this part of forest is gonna be kind of done in a weird order. Normally you're gonna use your Song of Time and go through the other side, but we're gonna utilize a little setup on this end so that I can hook shot onto the vines up here to get rid of this bad boy. I'm gonna line myself on the wall, do a setup that puts me in a way that I'll be able to just hook shot right up here and kind of go through this backwards in the vanilla intended way.
Doing a little trick here to blow that up underwater. Let's see if this is the boss key right here. It's not, so I may say, we may do some save scummage. We'll see how this all turns out.
Another enemy that is very vulnerable to the Deku Nut is the bubbles there. Walk in, use a Deku Nut, falls right to the ground, where normally you're gonna wanna like, your other way of fighting it is to what? Use a hook shot to make it vulnerable and then you can hit it. So it definitely speeds up fighting them a lot too.
I would like to say how much I appreciate that Nukes called it by its canonical name, the Bubble, which is not the bubbles in this game. The physical bubbles.
Yeah, what? I actually don't know what the
Shaboom Pop?
What? Is that what they're called?
They might just be Shaboms or Shabooms. I forget exactly what it is, but yeah, it's pretty goofy.
Shaboms? Oh yeah, that is what they're called. They are Shaboms. Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, there are those floating skull heads with like these guys. Those are called bubbles. And the name for the actual physical bubbles that you find in Jabu Jabu are Shaboms. I'm gonna show off a little trick here again, talking about how we have strats to kind of do the courtyard a little differently. To get to where the gilded chest is, or not the gilded chest, my mistake. There's a room with some floor masters in it. I'm gonna do a ricochet off of this wall here to get me on a ledge. Gotta set up my body correctly here. Oi.
That should work.
I'm gonna get Link's toes.
Right.
Here.
I think I'm forgetting what I actually haven't done this in a while.
Line up my sword icon and ricochet here. So that gets me right onto that ledge. Where normally you're gonna go through that whole area, then go into where the gilded chest is and fall down, fight an extra room. This saves a ton of extra steps, so I can just hop right in, fight this one floor master, and get this check here. Hopefully Spike doesn't have to go in this room, though.
I'm forgetting one step here. I'm trying to do the hoverless strat here in Water Temple to get to the boss key location. The vanilla boss key, anyways. I think it is boom, boom, boop, 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 boop. Boom, and then just line her up. There it is. Okay, cool. Had to go at it a couple times right there, but a cool little strat.
Again, another glitchless jump that we can do to reach an area that normally in that, to get to that gilded chest, you have to go through a whole back room that has like, kind of like a push puzzle in it, and I genuinely don't really even remember what that room looks like. I just know it's very, very, very much more things you have to do back there. It's a lot more. So it saves a lot of time doing that glitchless jump.
Let's get out of here.
Unfortunately, Spike is also gonna have to do that floor master room. The boss key is in there.
Boss key is in there. All right.
Forest is a little unfortunate that it's super linear. We were kind of hoping that the keys here will let Spike skip some checks, but so far Spike is having to do areas that we would wish that he could just skip.
That's all right. I'm a team player. We'll get it done.
So far, Spike, the only chest I found that doesn't have a key is the Stalfos room that you have to do to progress this dungeon.
All right.
So far, Spike has to do every check so far.
I am down to the last 3, or I believe it's 4. I've got 4 possible locations left for this boss key. There's only one of them where Nukes would have to get 2 small keys, but even if she has to do that, there is a route here where she'd only have to get 2 small keys and not lower the water. Another bomb bag was here in water.
Hey.
In the dragon statue chest. I'd almost, yeah. that's 2 of our 3 possible bomb bags. All your bows, your slingshots, your bomb bags.
I found the mirror shield. You probably won't need that, but I'll write that where that is.
Huh. Oh yeah, if we had a Requiem, I'd almost be like, should we route that in somewhere?
No.
Unfortunately, you got to go through Forest, which is the slowest one anyways.
And once you know where the boss key is in water, I should be able to get through that probably quickly, so.
I'm going to grab still the quick skulls along the way. Probably won't need them. Just covering our bases. About the only progressive items that we have not found between the 2 of us. We haven't ale yet, which is kind of interesting. Haven't seen a boomerang, and we haven't seen the hover boots.
Well, alright, this is my guess right now, Spike, based on Way of the Heroes. We got the Way of the Hero and Kokiri, which got us Dins. What was our other thing we got in there? Slingshot? Slingshot hasn't led to really anything. I guess technically that is required to be Daegu. But my hunch is it's gonna be in Shadow Temple, our light arrows, and we're gonna get hovers and Ganons.
Yeah. The slingshot did put getting the bow in logic.
That's true.
The Dins does also, even by itself, get us to the long shot. So there are definitely a couple possibilities, but it very well could be, our light arrows are in shadow somewhere. All right, we got the central pillar chest here. The only hard lock chest check on iron boots. It's not here either. Boy, I am checking deep in this water temple. All right, it is either this. We're rooting for it to be Dark Link, honestly, so noobs can have a really quick water temple through here. But I'm gonna check the other one. Either way, I'll be able to give her the info, like right now.
No, water won't need Song of Time because we did get a hint that River Chest is dead, so that is not a possibility.
Oh, what? How'd I get the flip there? Shit.
It's great. Spike, I just want you to know that all the checks I've found so far that are barren chests, or chests that you don't need, are off of doing things that you have to do regardless in the seed.
Yep. Welcome to doing Forest Temple.
Forest Temple can be rude. One of the cool things though, and who knows, this might be out before AGDQ, which would be awesome, is they're working on open elevator for Forest Temple, which would mean that we wouldn't have to go through this whole thing. So that could be a really awesome setting that I would love to include if that is released before AGDQ happens.
Would be really nice for co-op seeds especially. But I'm gonna do another glitchless jump right here. Alright, got it first try. You just had to line it up, and just as simple as that, you can just jump right at it. That skips out on the whole side room having to go up here. Water Temple, despite being, for a lot of people, like their least favorite dungeon casually in this game, has a lot of really cool glitchless jumps you can do. That,
it's the way we approach Water Temple in randos. Once you know these glitchless strats, it becomes a lot more friendly. A lot less tedious, I should say. I'm doing all those checks.
We're low on health, so I'll be a little safe and pick that up. Now we just gotta run up this sucker. Hopefully these dudes don't screw us over. And then we're gonna try to pull out a boss strat that was probably literally invented in 1998, the same year the game came out. We're gonna try to get Morpha over here in the corner to not allow it to bounce back. Normally this fight's awful. You hit it like one time, it jumps back, you gotta wait for it again. Has really bad hitboxes. Wait for it to come back. Lead it in there, slash it once to push it in the corner, jump slash to both deal big damage and keep it in the corner and store that damage, and then hit it with the crouch stab for the victory. All right, so 3. That is my 3rd dungeon right there in water. So thinking about it, coming up on it, yeah, I think I actually know what I want to do.
So where was the boss key? I don't think
it's in the central bow target chest.
Okay, so I just have to lower the water and get that.
Oh, baby ice arrows. Give them to me. Morpha's got ice arrows. It's pretty cool.
All right, so I'm actually very close to being... Spike has to trek through a couple dungeons now here. I'm almost done with Forest Temple, where he's going to have to pretty much do, unfortunately, the whole thing here. Based on where all the small keys are. But, I'll be able to dip real quick into Water Temples with that knowledge. And finish my last dungeon and get that info on where our light arrows are. It'll be interesting to see what's in Ganon's castle and where Ganon says those light arrows are, because that's gonna make a big impact on how the rest of the end of the seed is going to turn out.
Right there, that was a Hail Mary shooting of the sun to be like, please God, give me like a boomerang or something. Something where I don't have to go through forest. We're going. So what I'm doing here is I'm just going to force nighttime. I'm going to buy a pack of bomb chews to cover for Ganon's castle, and I'll just have a couple of bomb chews. I'll get the time back in DC regardless. In we go. So how many dungeons have you completed now?
I'm finishing up forest, and then I just have water.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're going to be done.
I just said that.
Yeah. I wasn't counting it. At least DC is going to be pretty quick for me. All right. 3 of those. Yeah, boomerang pull would have been pretty clutch there, but even hovers just to do something different. But no, I'd rather go through an informed Forest Temple than an uninformed Shadow.
I mean, it's this informed Forest Temple isn't going to help you very much.
Yeah, not that much. No, you're right.
Oh, I got the big pole.
Oh, the temptation to do... You know what? I'm going to do Bombchi Bowling.
What are you doing?
I'm doing Bombchi Bowling to see if it gives me Boomerang. It'll take me 10 seconds to look at these 2 checks, just in case. Yeah, hovers would also speed up.
We really do not like Forest Temple in randos. It's very, very boring, to be honest, for us random players. As I said, it's very linear. Usually end up having to do the whole dungeon, what Spike's gonna have to do. You have to trudge through and do... You have to do the pose every time because it progresses the dungeon. You have to do that first Stalfos room, even if there's nothing in there every time to set up the dungeon progression.
That's fine. That's really all I needed.
6.
That's right. 5 chews. That's all.
Fun thing to note about Phantom Ganon here that we maybe not noticed earlier as a kid. You can tell which one it is based on which one. Oh no. Well, as I'm explaining that, I mess it up. You can listen, which I couldn't listen because I was talking, to which one makes the galloping noises, and then also the color is brighter on the real Ganon here. I usually listen for the sound cues, but couldn't hear over my own voice.
I think it's faster for me to go from the throw spot.
We also get up close to Phantom Ganon, because once we hit that back successfully, it lowers the chance of having to do the tennis sequence with him, which that ends up being the most obnoxious parts of the fight with Phantom Ganon. So as you saw there, I did one hit back, and he immediately was down for the count, instead of us having to go back and forth with the hits. That's kind of some of our quick strats there. There is a setup where you're able to hit Phantom Ganon as he's coming out of the painting. Unfortunately, that's one of the harder setups for quick kills on the bosses, and probably will not be, unfortunately, showing that off in a GDQ setting. The pain in the booty. With that, I'm off to Water Temple to finish my last dungeon real quick here.
Makes sense to me.
Thankfully, where the boss key is, I don't need any keys. I just need to lower the water. Ooh, I do not have a lot of health here. It'd be a little dicey getting to that lower the water area.
Yeah, if nothing else, you can go over to the Morpha spot, get Bottle of Fairy, and then go down. Yeah, it's still picking up the quick skulls, just in case.
Got 28 seconds.
Okay, so let me... I've actually been bad at this lately.
It's gonna be tight. Come on, Link! Swim fast, my boy! Woo! Okay. We made it. Alright, so we're gonna lower the water, save quit to put myself back at the start of the dungeon so I have to walk through. And do this real quick.
Okay, cool. We got it. I don't know why the first one didn't work, but whatever. Yeah, we checked. 10 skulls is actually a blue fire bottle. So yeah, that's a really nice way to just skip all of Dodongo's cavern right there. Really, really valuable strat in co-op specifically. I'm almost like, Nukes, are you gonna check all of Ganon's before even talking to him?
No, I'm gonna go talk to him right away.
Yeah.
Because you never know. Sometimes, you know, we might know a strat or, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes those Way of the Heroes can end up being something we don't actually need, so. It's,
good.
It's better off to just rush up there real quick. And we're gonna have to know that information regardless, so.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm actually glad I opened that chest. Gave me a heart container. Yo, I appreciate that, Crulalius. I hope everyone's been enjoying the Zootr seed. Again, we are potentially submitting this for GDQ.
Submissions open next week, so Spike and I wanted to start getting, Spike and I actually have a hard time coordinating our very busy schedules together.
Yep.
I just realized I don't have hovers, so I'm gonna have to raise the water a longer way. That stinks.
Boom. Yeah, I was big rooting for Darkling just to have it right there. It's okay, it lets me catch up very slightly here. Also, that's 2 vanilla dungeon rewards right there. Water Medallion on water. Goron Ruby on DC.
We're at the very slowly, step by step here. Raise the water here. Raise the water outside. Normally, if we have hovers, it's a lot quicker. You can use hovers to grab onto the ledge to just straight up raise it all the way up, but I'm gonna have to do step by step here since I don't have hovers. But the power of save quits does help us a little bit move a little faster, so.
Yeah, water was definitely a sad place for us to not have Furor's Wind, like we were saying earlier, it being on 40 skulls. Ferora's Wind can be very, very powerful in Water Temple. All right, so where are all my keys in Forest? Basically just do everything.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, as I said, you cannot open the chest in the, like, Stalfos room, but you gotta do that. You cannot open the Poe chests. The Gilded has a mirror. I'm gonna say you should just skip that. Probably not gonna need that mirror shield. Second Poe has your Lens of Truth, but again, you're not gonna need that lens, like, based on the hints that we know here.
Yeah, yeah, as soon as you get in there, I'll have definitive info on that sort of stuff, but yeah.
I mean, based on our Way of the Heroes.
Yo, Black Flash, thank you for the bits. Appreciate you, man. So yeah, the power crouch stab, if there's a single enemy in the game that is the MVP on, it's definitely Stalfos. Because they give you tiny, tiny windows where you can get your attacks in. And again, they repeat the damage of whatever your last attack was, which Big Goron Sword Jump Slash is 8 whopping damage.
Alright, get to see again this, like, really neat thing with Morpha. Where we put Morpha in the corner. Link puts Morpha in the corner. Somebody puts Morpha in the corner. And you just quickly get Morpha stuck there and kerchow. Dead.
Kerchow, dog. Come over here. There's normally a setup that could use the hook shot for in order to still grab these vines with just that. But the long shot, we can just do it from literally anywhere. Turns out, chat, the long shot is very long. It can go distances further than you would think.
All right. I now have my 5 dungeons completed, and with that, I'll be able to spawn the bridge to Ganon's castle. As mentioned, I am going to rush right up to Ganon in Rando. Getting to Ganon, he tells you where the light arrows are so that you can defeat his booty. Seems like a weird strat on his part.
Yep.
The power maybe got to his head. I don't know. He thinks, you know, Link is just not gonna be able to do it, even if he tells him. I think that's what it is.
A little weird, but that's fine. We'll take it. Which obviously is a randomizer thing. All that text. If we let it go longer, it actually has a lot of kind of interesting different flavored text it can give you. But yeah, it's something that you can use as a backup because the light arrows can be placed literally anywhere in the randomizer. All the other items have to be placed somewhere where they can't lock themselves away. So there's a logic to everything. Lights literally are just needed to kill Ganon. So they can definitely be a bit of a scavenger hunt at the end. So again, just make sure real quick, where'd you say the boss key was in Forest?
Floor Master.
Oh, God.
So, yes, you have to go do that.
Part of me kind of wants to try the recoil real quick. Could be fun. Actually, I haven't done it in a while, so I probably should.
Another instance where it would have been nice to have Feroras is coming up here. We could have placed Feroras up there and been able to quickly teleport up there, but unfortunately that is not the case here. These bouncy boys real quick.
Wait. Yeah, let's do it there. Here then.
Again, I'm going to use the Deku Nuts walking into the room with the Stalfos here to freeze them up, hopefully right away.
Yeah, let's do the standard route. We're fine. Wow, so the first 5 chests, besides the Stalfos check, all the small keys. Wow. Little lineup right here kind of routes things properly.
I'll open the validation chest before going up. And it's a nice trap. Well,
hey.
At least my run is validated. An enemy we haven't seen yet coming up here is the Iron Knuckles. They have kind of a neat strat here. Where we literally, we're going to save that power crouch, and I'm going to just get on their left foot, and they're not able to hit me when you're on their left foot. I don't know why that is. That's just their Achilles heel, as you could say. And just like that, able to hit them without getting hurt ourselves, which they do a big chonky amount of damage. So
chonky amount. We probably don't need this mirror shield again, but I'm passing right by it.
And yes, I will use that pun if this run gets into AGDQ. You just know it.
They were like 50-50 on taking this, watching the submission right now, and now they're like, oh, it's in.
Wait, puns on AGDQ? We have to put this run in.
Perfect.
All right, make sure to save here before we go talk to Ganondorf, so we can just save quit here as soon as we know the info. And we don't have to fight those enemies again. All right, here we go. Drum roll. Death Mountain Trail.
The claim
big
check?
Goron sword?
Yeah,
that's the only thing I haven't checked on. Or the cow.
Yeah, so that's...
are on.
Oh.
So it's either the claim check, which I'm going to guess the claim check is in Ganon's castle here.
So that is why, that's the fringe case why we've still been getting some checks here and there, is that it points to the claim check right now is likely what's in there. But the golds might be needed in some arbitrary spot. So hence why we picked up the mirror shield. I mean, there could be something else, like the cow could have it, but...
is on OOT. Spike, what's our dungeon for that?
You need to beat DC, Deku, and Shadow.
The Valorous donated $5. That pun is bad.
So the cow is actually potentially worse?
So thanks, Valorous, for that $5 donation. Which, GDQ, you too could get donations for my bad puns, just like Valorous just donated for my bad pun.
Yeah, it is either the big Goron sword or the cow. So, I mean, we'll see if Nukes can find anything in Ganon's.
I'm not going to be able to get the check in the back of Shadow either here.
With Longshot?
No, because I don't have hovers. I can't just do long shot.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can dins once you long shot over to the torch. And then you just have to book it across the thing.
What?
I think you should be able to. Oh, we'll find out.
I think so. Pretty sure
Nah, Nuke's already
arrows.
checked the fairy fountain.
You can still get it?
Yeah, I thought you could.
I trust
I don't know if I've ever done it. Yeah. It's just kind of tight, yeah.
But how do I... What?
Okay, so other than the mirror shield, there was nothing else progressive in this dungeon. So that's kind of your scary moment right there, seeing those lights, the position of that, because potentially we're back in scavenger hunt mode.
Oh, okay. So that was spooky.
Oh, did you? Oh, you're cutting out. Did you say something?
hovery doodlies! We don't need those hovery doodlies.
I thought that's where she said the lens was. Because that is another check that locks the treasure chest game.
Why are you playing towards that, though?
I think you were cutting out back there for me. What'd you say? So what's going on again?
Why are you playing towards... We know where the lights are. Why are you playing towards other checks?
Well, they're either... It could be like you need hovers from Ganon's to go to Shadow to get the golds to come back to get them out of Light Trial or something.
Why would I need to get golds?
Well, we don't know if it's on the cow or Big Goron sword, right?
What is our... Okay, wait. Where is our stone?
Our last stone is on Shadow Temple.
Oh, well, I just got hovers, so...
Okay, so then it's...
do that and go get Epona's song and get our thingy. Oh, yeah. I just got a boomerang too in here!
Oh my gosh, okay, this seems kind of bad.
Well, and I got my golds!
Oh, okay, you go check Light Trial first?
Well, I have to go get the gold. I got my silvers. I know where the golds are. Well, all of a sudden I have many item here for our Way the Hero Ganon's
so
castle.
I'll check this. Okay, yeah, so where are all those things so I can grab them?
Oh, Lord.
Oh, man.
Well, this is where the beauty of, co-op comes into play here. So, your spirit trial is gonna have your boomerang and your golds. I mean, I'm gonna be checking these things probably before you, Spike, so...
Oh, I thought you were just gonna book it to Shadow right now.
I'm going to go check the light trial, because if, the big Goron claim check is in there...
Right, I figured I would cover for that, just because I'm going to come in with my silvers, and then I can check those.
I'm already doing it, so...
Okay. I was like, well, Way the Hero knowledge...
It's kind of quicker for me to just get that knowledge out of the way here.
Okay.
Because again, now that we have Boomerang, you know, that could be a thing too, instead of getting Epona.
Yeah, it could be the boomerang. Leads to, like, claim check or something.
I think, well, here, okay. Actually, I'm gonna hard say here, given our, I take that back.
What are you thinking?
I was gonna say, Din's was on our Way of the Hero Kokiri. Hovers were in our Way of the Hero Ganon's castle. That leads to getting Epona's song for that light arrows on the Death Mountain Trail.
The cow,
Cow. But then again, we did have the slingshot there, so I'm going to 100% rule out here the light trial with the golds. In this scenario, just in case, again, we get that claim check, because there are only 2 checks left on Death Mountain Trail for that light arrows, and that's going to be a cow. We put Cowsanity on. That's going to be the cow in Death Mountain Trail, and the claim check. We've checked all the other checks there, so...
This would definitely be the long con. It is unfortunate when you're told where the lights are and you still don't definitively know where they are. And that's kind of what we're dealing with. There's a small chance it is on Big Goron Sword for that claim check, but I agree with Dukes. I think what you play to here is you got to run through Shadow, get opponents, talk to the cow.
But I'm just gonna make sure we take care of this here. Just in case. Again, claim check. And then I'm going to rock and roll over to the Shadow Temple. Spike,
Big
where are you
sword
right now in all of this?
I just killed Phantom Ganon. Yeah, so that is my 5th dungeon. So, again, where is just the hovers in Ganon's?
The back of Shadow Trial.
Back of Shadow. Okay. Oh, the second one. Oh, my goodness.
Alright, there was nothing in Light Trial, so...
It's not that we turned off the second lights. It's a specific build you have to make them with to make the second lights. Otherwise, yeah, we'd go beat Jabu.
I mean, there could still be the claim check in Jabu Jabu.
Could be that as well.
That is a possibility. So it's the question of, do you maybe play towards that or not? As I start doing Shadow Temple here.
What, that I go do Jabu instead?
Yeah. Split up that way. For the possibility that maybe there's a claim check in Jabu Jabu. Off that Way of the Hero. Maybe Boomerang in Ganon's Castle. Because here's the thing with Way of the Hero. We don't know exactly what the Way of the Hero items are, per se. Because that could mean any item in that location. So we just got quite a lot in there.
Yeah, yeah, I guess I'll do Spirit Trial and... yeah, there's... Again, that's the tough part here.
I'm gonna lean towards it being on the cow. But... that is a way to split up checks, potentially.
Yeah, I think the way I view this is, if this were like somehow a competitive Seed Nukes and I were playing, I would say no, we just both need to run through Shadow. But because we're doing this for a showcase, and just to show different things, I will go do Jabu.
I also don't have Rudo's letter, and you have Rudo's letter.
Right. Alright, so there's my boomerang and my gold's gonna go snag. So Light Trial had nothing?
Had nothing.
Okay.
So the only thing is the boomerang, which, again, could lead to claim check and Jabu Jabu, maybe. Or the hovers, which leads to getting Epona's song, which lets us check the cow in Death Mountain Trail. One of those two is going to give us our light arrows.
So I want to go ahead and line this up pretty deep. So I put on the mirror shield, sure, because it's fun. Drop dins here so that it gives me the platforms.
Oh, I should be writing down where small keys are. Shoot, I didn't.
Yeah, giving me just enough time to get back up there.
What in the heck, dude?
Yeah, so absolutely loaded Ganon's castle, my gosh.
I am not doing well here. I mean, it's not really loaded, it's 2 items.
I mean, golds, boomerang, and hovers.
But golds didn't lead to anything, so...
It's still an item, at least. A boomerang might lead to nothing.
Oh, you know what I didn't check with my golds? Outside Ganon's castle.
Ow. I'm going to Jabu at this point. Yeah, I'm already child. that would be the longest con possible if it's outside Ganon's castle. Oh, I don't want to do this. Unfortunately, very annoyingly, I don't have a scale, so I am running up Zora's River as child. So I got to serenade out over here, talk to the owl, walk to the river. I actually don't know if I ever checked what the child's spawn was. It's something we didn't bring up at the beginning of the seed, but it's random where child and adult will spawn in at the beginning. So like when you save quit, you'll go back to that spot. Vanilla, you would go to Link's house as a child and Temple of Time as adult. But that makes for like really fun routing. That's kind of become part of like the main settings over the last year. Where you have to react immediately. Oh, okay, I spawned here. What does that mean? I'm gonna go do this, 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 and this.
I am writing down keys in this Shadow Temple here, so in the scenario that Spike has to come to Shadow Temple, I can just tell him which areas where the keys are, which there's already right now a whole section that he can skip, which will be nice. Yo, Amati, thank you for that tier 3 sub for 16 months. Welcome back to the Babam squad. Yo, Amati,
Is that really? Oh, that's the Giant's Wallet up there. Giant's Wallet in Zora's River. That's cute.
Alright, here's another instance of us using a glitch that is allowed, and it's going to be this backflip here to get on top of the falling Spike here.
I guess I could have boomeranged it, whatever.
That lets me get up here so I can get these 2 checks up here instead of having to do a whole push block sequence.
I appreciate that, Cubs. Yeah, I've got my own spreadsheet we can also use. At this point, since I have the chicken in hand, it will actually be faster for me to try to float into Zora's domain. Okay. A little faster than watching the cutscene. All right, so let's swap over to boop, boop. And just pop this fairy out. Try to also see, so Jabu is actually the forest medallion. Thinking of all the possibilities for what this could be. Which at this point is leading to either Song of Time, Saria's, could be Sun Song, could be Requiem. So technically any of those could also be it. Oh,
oh goodness. I put on... I did a ding-dong moment.
What ding to the dong?
I put on lens so I could get through the big giant room in Shadow Temple. And I never equipped my lens to look, and I fell down anyways.
Oh. Did we take the hint from Ganon? Yeah, so Ganon gave us a lead, but there's potential branching paths for the lead, so we're playing towards those different ones. Death Mountain Trail has it, which is either the cow, which we need Eponas for, which you need to beat Shadow for, which definitely is the hottest lead. Or it's Big Goron Sword, in which point we need the claim check, which we don't have. We do know that Ganon's castle was on the way of the hero, which Nukes found the gold gauntlets, the boomerang, and the hover boots all in there. So it almost gave us more questions than answers.
The nice thing is, though, Spike, here in the Shadow Temple, I'm getting a lot of info.
Yes.
That there's already, like, you're not gonna have to go to the invisible invisible thingy, all that thing.
Invisible Blades room.
Yeah. You're not gonna have to go to that room, for instance. There's only one check you'll have to do in the falling spikes room. So. Oh, geez.
Yeah, we're guessing off the fact that Kokiri. What did you get? Okay, yeah, I got you hammer. Yeah. We're guessing off of the way of the heroes we got that it is a lot of it pointing towards Shadow Temple. Beating it so we probably can get Eponas so we can talk to that cow.
Which is honestly a stinky location for this to be.
Yeah, this was...
Where Cowsanity has... this is the bad Cowsanity seed where that is the one check because I like to put on Cowsanity that no one else likes Cowsanity. And I put it on for this, for some flavor. And it left a bad taste in our mouth for flavor. Oh my gosh, I'm a ding-dong! And I have low blood sugar right now, so I'm gonna go take care of that because I'm making some ding-dong moves. I'm gonna assume we're not submitting this to GDQ at this point.
I mean, I think this run's been fine, but yeah. No, Cowsanity's cute. It gets some value to Epona's song. Just Epona's is on the beat 3 specific dungeons thing. Oh, so that was a fake wallet we saw. It's a little tempting to not do this one. Honestly, I would have said for our co-op settings with these ones we have, like 2.5 hours is probably a pretty good estimate. It definitely covers for, as we're kind of seeing here, I wouldn't say worst case seed. The lights are kind of becoming the last hour of the seed in a way. This is where it'd be nice, yeah, though. We could probably lower that estimate even more if we can put that second set of lights in.
Yeah, we've reached apple juice percent where my blood sugar I can feel is low, and I'm a type 1 diabetic, so yeah, that's a fun thing here too in the whole mix-a thing, and my brain kind of doesn't work very well when I have low blood sugar. So it adds to the difficulty of this seed, unfortunately.
All right, well, Jabu, I've seen nothing in the front 3. I actually got another wallet here.
I do think Spike and I, here's the one thing, Spike, to note, that I think we should be using the second lights, and we didn't set up a seed like that.
Yeah, I think that would just be better going forward regardless, because then, we could do different 6th dungeons. Because this does kind of confirm the fact that we're having to do this much. This does confirm to me that I think with these settings, 2.5 hours is like a perfect estimate. But you can lower that to potentially like 2:15 or something. You have second lights.
Yeah, I think with second lights and stuff, we could have gone a lot faster.
Yeah, we're thinking about submitting it to GDQ fan. We'll see if we submit this one necessarily. It depends on if we're going to go with the different settings. But if nothing else, this is good practice for us. Work on communication and whatnot. So it's maybe a blessing in disguise that this seed was like, okay, you want the second lights, because I'm going to place the lights in a dumb spot.
Anything this has been a good practice in commentary and co-op together.
Are we thinking that might just not be a thing now? Because of how things are being placed around the second lights? Yeah, we could use an older version, yeah. I'd like to never lose access to that second lights. That'd be nice. I think that's part of what makes 5 dungeon. All right, gonna go for a little strat here in Jabu. We've got this little switch above us that we normally have to climb up the vines, but I'm actually gonna line myself up here, a little dot on the floor, then look over there, aim up, chuck it, side hop left 2 times, and then it's gonna give us a nice little trick shot to knock that out. Now you did. Probably get hit by this thing. Oh, we didn't get hit by it. Nice. And now we get to actually do my favorite boss fight to do in Ocarina of Time, Baronade.
Yeah, clean Baronade looks very, very nice.
Yep. Here in phase 1, just need to lock onto the 3 tentacles at the top.
Dang.
While going in a circle. Reset my lock-ons as they're releasing. I'm gonna line up right here. Boomerang, chuck it. Throw the Deku Nut. Time it. Boomerang, Deku Nut. Completely skipping the second phase right there. Oh. I somehow dropped my Z targets there. It's not the best Baronade section right there, but that's okay. Now I'm actually going to roll into him, have the iframes from it, and then that ends his little animation, his attack where he's in the ground. Hit him with 1 more of these boomerangs, then just swipe him with the stick, and that takes him out. So yeah, drop my Z target right there. Other than that, pretty good Baronade fight. Optimally, that fight can be finished off in like 20 seconds.
Looks like, so it sounds like you haven't found a claim check there unless Baronade drops it.
Yeah, I have.
Which was kind of what I figured, but I think for co-op purposes and marathon purposes, good to show off instead of just following you straight here. And I do have the key info for you here, so that will help you speed through here a bit faster, thankfully, too.
Yeah, I'm at this point just gonna rush over, follow Nukes'. So what's my opening key layout? What am I looking for?
So I forgot to write the first key for the bomb. So
it's either the Patty chest or the Redead's chest. The Gibdo's chest. The one with the 5 silver rupees. But there's only 1 key there.
There's only 1. I do know there's only 1 in that area, because I went through the bomb door and I was like, shoot, wait, I forgot to write which one was the key. And I looked and I had 0 keys. So I do know for sure it's, if you get 1, then you know you don't have to go the other. If you don't get it from the first one you check, then I apologize that I made you do an extra check.
To note, this would be, if it's there, we're not submitting. We're throwing it into the trash. I did, from beating Jabu, I got Requiem, which gets Child out to the desert.
Oh, no.
Oh
no.
Yeah, there is the potential. There is the potential. So this has the potential, despite being something we
got very spicy.
Yeah. If it's there, we literally rolled worst possible seed.
Well, I'm about to go. I just got my stone, my last stone, so I'll be grabbing Epona Song, which we turned on Cowsanity. What that means is the cows also have checks under these settings, but to get the checks from the cows, you have to play Epona Song, which in vanilla Ocarina of Time just fills up your bottle with milk. But instead of giving us a bottle full of milk, they are giving us an item. There is a cow in Death Mountain Trail, so we'll be checking that one singular cow.
I'm tempted to say your play, if that cow doesn't have it, go check the rest of the cows to see if they have claim check.
Well, they...
Yeah, they can.
Yeah, they could have flame check. Oh.
Okay,
yeah,
so Patty Chest had the
right.
key.
First I have to go child to go get our Ocarina of Time check here as a child.
So then in the Falling Spikes room here in Shadow, how many keys are there and where are they?
So you can skip that Blade room. In the Falling Spikes room, you only need the one chest that's up that you don't push the button.
Okay.
So that's the only one in that room. Then you can leave. And killing the Re-Dead, and then the room connected with the Re-Deads with the skull thing.
Yep.
Both of those are keys. So let me know when you get to that point.
Not the... Okay. Yeah, so I'm getting these. So that'll be key number 2. And then the pot room and the Re-Deads with the silver rupees. Do I need either of those?
I just said you need both of those.
Both of... Okay, I didn't know if we were talking about the Re-Dead later on.
Well, that's why I said when you get to that point, let me know and we'll continue on.
Okay. Yeah, same thing Nuke showed off earlier. You can do a little clip through that Falling Spike. Skip out on a lot of other stuff. I was like, should I get crushed real quick to be safe here? Because then that actually resets you.
I usually do.
We'll go for it.
Unless you're using Lens of Truth.
Oh yeah, I have Lens. Okay, whatever. So, doing the pot room and the room in here.
And then afterwards, you can just go straight into that Re-Dead. Not the Re-Dead room, but the Gibdo room. And you're gonna get the bombable guts. And then you're gonna go to the manager.
Okay.
The manager, to note, viewers, is in the back of Shadow Temple. There is a floor master, and the rando community refers to him as the manager. That floor master manages the whole entire Shadow Temple. He's back there in the back office, taking care of things, I guess. His office is kind of weird, but this is
so many cool places where we could have used Ferore's ring. The far off keys. Yo, King Samson, thank you for the 15 months. Appreciate you, gamer. Hope you are doing well.
Hi, Dave.
Gonna show off a little strat right here that's pretty cool. I'm actually going to try to backwalk through this entire area, keeping all of the fans off screen so it delays their cycles. Throw a Deku Nut to freeze that guy, and then backwalk with hover boots here. Take him off, put him on, and that should make it to where you can save about 25 seconds going across this area.
All right, here's the cow. Cow of Destiny.
It's gonna be so bad if it doesn't have it.
This is the Cow of Destiny, actually. You got the Boulder of Destiny, and then this is the Cow of Destiny for me. This cow always has something. And sure enough!
It's got it?
It's the cow.
Okay.
Okay, so Spike, one time I forgot about that cow.
Oh no.
And she had my hard bottleneck progression, right?
Wow. Uh-huh.
And then after that seed, she always has something.
She has scored.
So now we refer to that cow as her and she.
Oh. She, Angie. Well, thankfully, I'm not going to be too far behind. I'm already riding my boat at least, and I get to show the Ice Hero strats off on Bongo Bongo.
The ever so popular ice.
Ever so popular.
So obviously, I think if Spike and I were doing this competitively, we would have hard followed those hints. For the sake of a marathon, it makes more sense for us to split up. It was nice that Spike would get to show, you know, how Baronade, that fight, really, really cool. Yeah.
Knock that down real quick.
I'm on my way to go fight Ganondorf. And explain how this fight goes here. It's the nice thing about Zootr is they end off on a good note here. I think I would say that the Ganon fights are pretty interesting because of the strats we use to fight them both.
I want to go straight over here. Yeah.
As you can see, I have my items loaded up here. Oops, I forgot to put one of them that I use. I always go into the fight with, obviously, the light arrows are equipped because you need those to hit Ganondorf. Also a bottle, which is probably the weirdest looking thing if you're not familiar with how this fight goes. And I put on a hook shot. Other people put on their item that they're going to crouch stab Ganon with later there, but I like a hook shot for Ganondorf here. Essentially the strat is to get on the middle platform, just barely, don't take a step or he'll detect you and he'll smash you off. So I'm gonna just get on the ledge there, and then when he goes to ping pong me, we're gonna use the bottle to hit it back instead of a sword. That gives you more frames to hit it, it makes it a lot more easier. And if we get on the middle platform, just like with the Phantom Ganon fight, where we're up real close to him, he's not going to ricochet it back. It's very, very low odds he's going to ricochet it back. We'll also be taking a step forward to help with that as well. Then the rest of the fight is just crouch stabbing him, which if we get him in a good rhythm, we can one cycle. Here we go. There we go.
Got the one cycle? Nice.
And I have big Goron sword, so a little bit easier. But there's like a certain rhythm that if you hit him, he stays down. You saw there was a little of my rhythm where he started to get up and I almost messed it up. Here we're gonna switch to Master Sword. I'm gonna do a jump slash. Because for the Ganon fight, his tail is only gonna take damage to, it's gonna take more damage to a Master Sword jump slash instead of a big Goron jump slash.
Yeah, the damage in that is, there's the Master Sword, which can deal 2 or 4 hits based on what kind of slash it is. And there's everything else in the game, including Deku Nuts, Hook Shot, Bow, Bombs, Big Goron Sword, Megaton Hammer. They all do 1 hit of damage, no matter how you do it. But because she stored it, now she can use either the Big Goron Sword or the Hammer, which can crouch stab to store the Master Sword jump slash.
And you're going to want to hope kind of coming up here, you either have a Big Goron Sword or a Hammer so that you can crouch stab him. It just makes the fight a lot more smoother. But if you don't, as Spike said, you can use anything to fight Ganon, from your arrows, your hook shot, your bombs. Deku Nuts are my kind of preference if you don't have any of those. Because I think it's a lot easier to hit him with a Deku Nut, and you got to do it 10 times. But any of the other items would also be 10 times. I think at that point it just kind of becomes preference.
Yeah, so at this point, now again, I'm happy to go down this trail. Shadow is done. I hope y'all have enjoyed this 7-dungeon, 5-dungeon we've done.
Well, that's what I like about co-op, as we said, like, we are at less than 2.5 hours right now, and we've showed off like what? Almost every dungeon we've gotten to show off together.
The only area we have not gone to at all is really the desert.
Yeah. So that's why I think this is really, really great. And that's why we did the routing we did, was so that way we wanted to make sure for Marathon's sake that we can show off different areas and show off these different strats that we use to kind of go through areas quickly in randos and utilize our items differently. Because we have different items. That's time for me.
Very nice.
Wait,
time for the team will be once I am able to kill the pig. I just got my opponent song off of OT.
Alright. Well, that'd be quick too, because you can... Thankfully, you have all these warp songs to get you very quickly where you need to go.
We have literally every warp song at this point. Yeah, any percent use Deku sticks because they fought it as a child with the wrong warp strats. Yeah, adult, unless you are playing on and they've got the swap glitch of some sort, you're not supposed to be able to use a Deku stick as an adult. So for us in rando purposes, yeah, Deku stick's not there. But surprisingly, the Deku stick is basically the way it's coded. It's the same as a Master Sword. It just breaks after one swing. It's the same damage values and everything, including on Ganon. They didn't bother fixing it because who's going to fight Ganon as a child with Deku sticks? Speedrunners, apparently, 20 years after the game comes out. There's also like 15 years at that point. Yeah, Wrong Warp is almost 15 years old at this point. Yeah, I should have enough time to get across this. I don't need to grab any health. How much health did you end on? Did you notice? I'm ending on 7.
I had a decent amount, honestly. I want to say I had around 7 or 8. I had double defense, too. I don't know if you ever grabbed that.
Yeah, I never bothered to grab it. Probably been a good idea. We'll make it to where things could be a little spicy.
I feel like the seed was pretty good, minus my blood sugar dropping, and then I got really frazzled. My blood sugar dropped at, like, a bad time.
It was like as you were in shadow, writing down keys and everything.
It was, I started feeling it go down during Ganon's castle. And then when I got to shadow, I was like, okay, I really need to go get a juice box. This is not good. I'm fine now, but... Yeah, it was like the part where we were trying to sort out how to, like, attack Ganon's castle there.
Yeah.
But I feel like this was overall a good seed. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope the commentary helped explain everything really well. Again, we're potentially submitting this for GDQ. We'll probably do a couple other ones as well. I'll be uploading this regardless.
All right, making my way downtown. I got the light arrows. So again, both of us should come in under 2.5 hours, which the fact that between the two of us, we had to complete 13 dungeons, pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. We knocked out that fast. I think we did a good job of like divvying stuff up. Again, if we were doing this competitively, I would have never went to Java. We had both been like, it's on the cow based on hints we had and everything. But it was not an impossibility. And I've seen Zootr many times just say, yeah, this is all bait. It's actually, it was the gold gauntlets check outside Ganon's castle. Or, yeah, it's out at Child Spirit and you needed the boomerang to do this and do that, yada, yada. Everything was just ambiguous enough to where you never knew. Gonna use a big Goron sword charged up magic slash right here. That'll catch both of them with both swings. Take out the Dinalphos. They're very annoying otherwise. Next up in the tower, we got the Stalfos. Each of them from the big Goron sword will take 2 strikes. So
I forgot you didn't go up the... I ran up straight to Ganon. You have to fight everyone still.
Stab both of them.
Go! Go, Spike, go!
That was good Stalfos RNG.
But yeah, if anyone is interested in rando, you saw this, you're like, hey, this is really cool. I'd like to do this. Or do they have this for other games? There are tons of randos out there. This is definitely not the only one. I know we've had it at GDQs before, at least. A Link to the Past has a very big rando community. But there's also a lot of growing games as well. I know Metroid Fusion has one. There's a lot of Metroid ones as well. A lot of Zelda games. Super Mario 64. Hollow Knight. I think Ori. A lot of those Metrovania games lend themselves really well for this, so... I just did a casual playthrough of Earthbound. There's an Earthbound randomizer that people were talking about the whole time. Like, way more games than you would think have randomizers at this point. Yeah, so if you're at all interested, randomizers are such a great way to like freshen up you know, a game that you love. That's why I got into Ocarina of Time Randomizer. I love Ocarina of Time, and it just like made it very replayable for me to do this. It makes it a puzzle. So if you're interested, we have a really great Discord. I know myself and Spike would be happy to help anyone who has any questions on getting involved with Randomizer, getting you kind of started out. We'd love to keep seeing this community keep growing.
So again, he's gonna not read that we're this close because we haven't moved. Swing the bottle for the big frames. Shoot them with the light arrows, and then we gotta time 5 of these. Nice, got the 1 cycle there. Again, the jump slash from the big Goron sword into the menu, that stores that 8 points of damage, and then Master Sword still does it. Because now, theoretically, I don't have to go into the menu again. Do 1 more jump slash into the cutscene here. Just kind of know where the cutscene trigger is. Jump slash across that. That will store the Master Sword, which will be 4 points of damage built up. And I can use this Megaton Hammer that I equipped on that last menu, so I can do it with that. Yeah, Pokemon randomizers, Castlevania randomizers. I know Chrono Trigger has a randomizer. Almost every Zelda has a rando. Yeah, I feel like
Tracks randomizer.
I feel like Pokemon randos have sort of almost taken over even the casual Pokemon community. All the like challenge runs and everything, they're done with those. So that you have to do something different with it every single time. There's not just like an established route for how you would do, you know, like your like Nuzlocke and stuff like that. And just like that, Megaton Hammer, taking him down in 3 swings. Now we go back to the Master Sword. Got to hit him 5 more times with this. And very conveniently, his head's going to be placed to where I can just do a jump slash as I come in. You can hit either his head or his tail. Get him to line back up, roll through, get a little stab, bait out an attack, roll back through. Make sure you don't roll too far, otherwise it'll be pretty hard to find his tail. 1 more hit, and we got a perfect Ganon fight. Very nice. Yo, what's up, Kung Fu? How you doing? And yeah, what's up, Rob? How you doing, bud? Rob, I had to remember the other day that you are, that you're Mickey Mage. I forgot you changed your name. I was like, oh, I know Fisher Rob runs Earthbound. I forgot that. But anyways, gonna go for 1 more stab here, and bada bang, bada boom, that's the time.
GG. What was, I stopped my timer when I finished. What was your...
So our time as a team is 2 hours, 26 minutes, 47 seconds in this 7 dungeon, 5 dungeon we just did. So, you know.
And that's our definitely, I think our estimate is going to be 2.5 hours.
Yeah, 2.5 with these settings for sure.
Yeah, with these settings.
And potentially you could even knock them down to like maybe like 220 or something if we did like a second set of light arrows. What we're talking about, just so people know, is there is an alternative setting you can do where you can put 2 sets of light arrows into the game. One that's in a vanilla spot, like could have been right there on the cow or anywhere else. Another one that you just are given if you beat any 6th dungeon. So it kind of puts a cap on how long you might be hunting them for. Might be good. Also allows for different routing. But regardless, this was Nukes and I doing the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Randomizer cooperative play. submitting for AGDQ 2022. We might do another one. We'll see. But hope y'all consider us, and I think we'd put on a good show.
Yeah.